everybody, this is Chills504 and I am playing H1Z1. Alright, so let me give you a little brief rundown of what this is. H1Z1 is a zombie apocalypse game. H1Z1 is the virus, which you can be infected with apparently, and there is no cure for it. All you can do is stave it off by taking medications and stuff like that. Now, what this is right here is a list of all the servers. There's got to be about 100. You can see, just keep scrolling through, and there's a bunch of them. Tells you what the traffic is on all of them. And if you look at these little pictures here down the bottom, it tells you what they are. So, PvP only. This is PvP with first person only. PvP with inventory wipe and headshots only with first person only. So this one here is peer versus everyone. So let's just do a peer versus everyone. Why not? So you just join the server, type in whatever name it is you're going to use, and go from there. What do you mean the name's not available? I'm the only one with the damn name. Jeez. Who's taking my name? So let's go over a little bit here. The thing that I've realized is there's been a lot of negative complaints about this, that it's a pay to win. So a pay to win, if you've never heard of that expression before, is where they do these little microtransactions inside the game, and they tell you, you know what, if you buy this, we'll give you a little bit of, let's just do this one here. I just want to get in quick. Anything? Something? Smed. And it's not true. They have things that you can buy in-game. There's crates you can buy, there's airdrops, and keys. The keys are to certain events, or to a crate, which you can get. Gives you food, water, and stuff like that. The airdrops are the ones that are a little bit bigger. I think they're $5 a drop. And those there, at the beginning, were the pay-to-win stop. So every time you call on a drop, you could get yourself a gun, some ammo, and stuff like that. Well, that has since changed. It is still there. You can still buy it, and you can actually call in a drop, but there's now stipulations to the drop. What it is you can call on a drop, but it has to be a certain amount of people. I don't know the specific number. If I can find that out, I'll let you know. And I believe once it's called, it doesn't drop like right on top of you, whoever called it. It's actually only on the general area. Now, there's number one, usually a lot of zombies. Number two, anybody can see that drop. So wherever they see the drop going, people will head there. So it becomes a free-for-all. So even though you paid $5 for this thing, it's going to drop right in the middle of the world, and you could have 20 people fighting over it. So it's not so much now a pay-to-win thing. It's more or less, I'm going to pay to cause crap. I want to cause a ripple. I want people to fight over this. I want people to, you know, I want to cause excitement. So that has taken out the whole pay-to-win part of it. It's not in there. So, you know, say what you want about the whole thing, Sony being greedy. Yeah, I kind of agree, but hey, it's Sony, it's what companies do. What do you expect? You know, they still make great product and they make great games. So if you're willing to pay for the game, then obviously you like what they do. And nobody can complain about the quality of this. At the beginning, in the first couple of days when it came out, there were tons of bugs. You know, watch any other YouTube video when it first came out on the 15th, you'll see. There's tons of glitches, lots of bugs, and now, 4 days after, I'd say, you know, 75% of them have all been fixed. The major ones have been fixed. That's something that's in my eyes something pretty amazing. I've seen a lot of people comparing this to DayZ, and you know, you'll pick out their little reviews when you see them, and I think it was good of them to actually make the changes that people were complaining about the most. Now, most servers actually run really well, and they're quite smooth. Right now I'm having problems getting in apparently, but so I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reboot the game and I'll come back. So give me 2 seconds and I'll see you soon. Alright guys, and I'm back. So I'm actually heading into a server now. It's peer versus everyone, headshots only, inventory wipe, and here we are. So overall gameplay, guys, you can tell here graphics are phenomenal, especially for one that's in the supposed alpha stage. As I go through this, I'll give you guys a few little tips on how to get it started, how to do your little basic thing. You know, go up to a bush, grab some sticks. There you go. That's your first thing. You know, you can pretty much just look around at everything. There's blackberries you can get. The spawns are completely random. You can't actually pick where you want to go. You can't be like, hey, I want to go next to a big city, or I want to go to a small town, or I want to be out stuck in the woods with chills. Each time you die, you spawn in a brand new place. Now, inventory, if you hit the I button, takes you into your inventory. First thing I suggest doing is take your shirt, shred it. Okay, you've got yourself some wood sticks there. So you got shredded shirt. Okay, scraps of cloth. Go into your discovery tab. This is where you actually discover everything to do with your crafting. So crafting, when you first start, you get bandage, campfire, metal bar, wood plank, and wood stick. Not much you can do. You know, you can sit by yourself out in the woods and have a campfire and starve to death. If you click on the discovery and you put in wood stick and scrap cloth, hit the discover, it tells you you've discovered how to make a makeshift bow. Take the stick, put it back in there, hit discover again, you've got wooden arrow. Go over here, makeshift bow, craft it. It's the first thing you're going to want to do, because in this game, guys, it is going to be a kill or be killed kind of environment. To get the thing on the bottom right corner, see it? Hydration, stamina, energy. Hit the F key if it's off. Turns it on. If you do the middle mouse button, your scroll button, see my name come up there? That means I'm talking to whoever's nearby. Hello, help me, I'm stuck in a tree. That's how you can actually try to talk to anybody and be like, hey, don't shoot, I'm nice, I'm good, please, oh no, and then they kill you. Because that's pretty much what's going to happen. You know what, they don't like you. They just want to take your stuff. They just want to kill you. So my suggestion is grab a whole bunch of sticks if you're out in the forest. If not, start rummaging through any kind of building you can get your eyes on or your hands on, because you're going to want to start crafting, finding anything that you can. The reason why I say get a weapon first is because people will kill you. You got to treat this kind of like a real apocalypse. If it's a real apocalypse, what would you do? You're not going to be nice to everybody across your path. You're going to be suspicious of everyone. That's the way it is. So, you know, as you go back into your inventory here, you got your wood sticks. Go back to your crafting menu, wooden arrow, and craft as many as you can. Now, I always say keep one stick on you, because if you happen to find some scrap metal, you'll be able to make, I believe, a hunting knife or some sort of a knife. So keep one wood stick. You still got the scrap cloth. If you get 3 more, there's something else that you can do. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, once I figure it out, I'll let you know. The mechanics in the game are actually pretty good. The ambient noises that they have are pretty creepy, especially at nighttime. You hear things spawning and stuff like that. Like you can see, where'd it go? There's a zombie somewhere over there. But during the daytime, they're pretty docile. One thing you got to be careful about, depending on the size of the hill that you're running down, you can actually roll down and die from falling down like a mountain. So not just a hill like you're on right now. I believe these are blackberries. Yeah, so grab some blackberries anytime you see them. They don't give you the greatest amount of hydration or energy, but it is a way for you to be able to get some food and stave off death. Should be able to pick them up. Apparently not these ones. They must not be fresh. There we go. Alright. You also get a branch. There's lots of things you can craft in the game. The whole thing is, I don't know what all of them are. This is only my second time. I think I've played maybe a total of 10 minutes. And I was going to do a little bit more discovery before I released this video. But I wanted you guys to kind of get a feel for what the game was, because I've heard a lot of negative things about it. And I want you to see firsthand exactly what it is that you're getting yourself into if you're thinking about this, or if you're like, well, it looks good, it sounds good, I really want to try it, but there's like this pay to win and I don't want to be a part of that. It's really not that bad, guys. Like I said, when those airdrops come in, it's free for anyone. You know, it might have been called in, say I call one in. And I'm like, yeah, get a drop. Well, you see the airplane fly over top, and if it lands right over here, anyone else in the area is going to see it. And it's got to be a specific amount of people before you actually, before you can actually call it in. So you can't just go to an empty server and be like, yay, I'm going to call in an airdrop, and then have a whole bunch of free stuff. It's got to be, say, 10 people. And if those 10 people see it, they're going to come running, they're going to fight you for it. Now, when it comes to the weapons inside, it is about a 10% chance that you're going to find something inside it. So it's not highly realistic that you're actually going to, you know, find a handgun or a shotgun with a bunch of ammo inside. Press the shift key, left or right, to run. You can hear me going, but the more you run, the faster your stuff goes down. The zombies are like real zombies, like you've seen in a lot of movies and games and stuff like that. They're actually pretty stupid until they get in a horde. So they will swarm you, they will attack in groups, but one-on-one, they're usually not too bad. You can just raise your fists and start punching away at it, and yeah, you kind of go from there. Now, there is no map button either. You can't just hit the M key and be like, yeah, this is where I'm going. You're going to have to use your own knowledge of like, okay, there's the moon, there's the sun, so the moon's right there. If you sit here for a second, you just kind of look at it. It's kind of going from this way. So my guess is that's east. You know, sun rises in the east, sets in the west, so the sun's already gone down this way somewhere, or that way. So if you want to go east, you find out where the direction is, where it's moving, and you go that way. So this is my guess here. This is north, that's east, that's west. That's the only way you're going to be able to find out where you are until you can access a map, which is like on a sign like this. You know, like North Greenhorn. Alright. You can look this way. Like, alright, what do we got here? Route 14 north and south. Alright, so I was off. There you go, this is north. So I heard there's a big city in the north. Lots of stuff goes down there. People fighting all the time. I guess one downside is you might spend an hour or two looking around trying to find things. And you'll never find them. Or you do find them, and then what happens is somebody comes along and shoots you. So that is definitely not a good thing. If you lose, or if you do die, you respawn almost instantaneously, which is good. The problem is, this is nowhere near where you died. Everything you spent the last hour and a half getting is now gone. So it could be disheartening to some to be like, holy crap, like I just spent 2-3 hours and I got a shotgun and I didn't have any ammo, or I had rifle ammo and I had a pistol on me and somebody came along. Like, look for the old bait and switch. Somebody comes up like, hey, I'm friendly, and then their friend comes up from behind you and pops you right in the head, and they take your stuff. It will happen. So if somebody's like, hey, I'm friendly, but like, yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, I've got food. Here, look, I got blackberries. You know, I've even seen guys, if you hit the X button, you'll actually sit down. And I've seen guys say, like, hey, sit down, calm down, like, let's just relax, because he doesn't have a weapon, right? And he's holding his hands like that, like, I can't shoot, I can't punch, I can't do anything. Oh, there we go, he's got the bow. Nope, can't really do much. So, you sit here, right? And then his friend comes up behind you and he pops you. So, again, be wary. But the glitches that were in the game in the very beginning, there was quite a few. The zombies actually were standing around, and you could just walk up to a zombie, stand in front of it, beat the crap out of it, and that was it. They fixed that. They fixed a lot of the game glitches. The servers aren't shutting down. They're actually being quite stable. I've heard of people being on for hours on end and not having any issues. And you know, I think what they've done over the last couple of days has been phenomenal. The first day was pretty rough. They had the whole pay-to-win thing that went on, and people were pretty upset, so they offered out refunds to the people, both on Steam and through Sony. If you wanted to get a refund, you could do it. And now they've actually made it so that the guns don't spawn as often inside the airdrops. the airdrops have to be done with a certain amount of people in the area. So it's like I said, I'm out here in the bush by myself. I could call an airdrop and then get a ton of stuff and then start running into a town and kill everyone. That's not the case. So they have fixed a lot of it. A lot of the game mechanics have actually gotten better. The crafting system, apparently there's like tons and tons of items that you can craft. You can do base building, a whole bunch of different things like that. So, you know, it's not so much now about being the off the hook kind of thing that it was before, where, you know, if you did pay $20, you'd be able to basically just take over anybody or go around killing anybody that you wanted to. You know what? Screw it. Let's just how do I eat that? I think I have to go into I. Yeah, if you hit I with something on the ground, you can right click on it and then eat it. Now see, if I had kept my shirt, I would have had 90 for a slot left open, but it's not really gonna help. I'd much rather, if I know what it was, if you get 3 more scraps of cloth, you can make yourself a satchel. Yeah, so my energy's back up, which is good, so I'm happy about that. Guys, a lot of the things that people were complaining about have been repaired. You know, it is, in my opinion, a phenomenal game. Like, it's not going to be one of those ones where you can run around and go, okay, you know what, I just picked up 30 bullets for an SMG. Hey, look, there's a bazooka in this armored truck, and I'm going to steal this van, and I'm going to run over everybody. Things in this game are very few and far between. It is, like I said, it is quite realistic in the eyes of an apocalypse. You know, things are going to be few and far between. You might find 5 bullets, but you won't find a gun for 3 days. And that's the way I think it would be, because a lot of these things would have been taken up by anybody that would have passed through these areas in the first place. Now, the loot respawn does happen, so if you've heard, oh, well, there's a police station and ammo spawns there, or a gun spawn there, you can hang out inside the police station and fight anyone who comes by. And yeah, you know what, that's a pretty good idea, but somebody comes in that's already got a gun and says, hey, you know what, I want what you have, and they're more powerful than you, they will take it. So, you know, you gotta be aware of your surroundings, and you gotta be with the mentality of, I trust no one. Now, the other thing on the actual gameplay is it is a dark gameplay. The way that you guys are seeing the video, I will have brightened it up a bit for you, because I've heard some people in other videos say, hey, it's really crappy quality, I can't see anything, it's too dark. So I will be brightening it up, but remember, again, guys, it is a zombie apocalypse, so it is usually at night, there is no power, so it is going to be a naturally dark game. During the day, it's actually not too bad, but you know, I'm sure there's ways that you can actually adjust your gamma settings if you find it too dark. I like the ambience of it being dark, so I prefer it like that, and I'm used to playing games that are actually pretty dark to begin with. So the other part of the game that some people won't like is the fact that you're actually going to be spending probably about 90% of your time doing what I'm doing now. Searching through houses, looking in campers, searching vehicles, trying to find something that you can give yourself. The thing is that it could be in the weirdest spots, guys. Like, look into windowsills. There could be a gun sitting on one of the shelves there. You know, it's not just where it's like everything's always got to be hidden inside. I've seen stuff on tables and stuff like that. Storage units, they're pretty much anywhere. You know, so the whole thing is this is an exploration game. It is something where you are going to have to hunt for the things that you find, and they're not going to come. They're going to come few and far between. We got a zombie over there. It's not going to be an easy fight, guys. It's going to be a lot of stuff. Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you can try talking to people, but sometimes it works in your favor, where they're like, hey, how's it going? Or they just might not know anything about the game and run right by you, or they might know a lot about the game and, you know, run right by you and then circle around and come back and kill you. I've had that happen. You know, it's like, hey bud, how's it going? You know, I hear the guy's like, good, not for you, and then he shot me in the back of the head and I died. That was my first 10 minutes of the game. So I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm definitely gonna record this because this is awesome. I find that amusing. I mean, I wasn't mad at the guy for killing me because it's like, dude, I would have done the same thing if I had seen you first. You know, it's I'm not very good with the game because I've only been playing it for 15 minutes now. But that's the kind of thing that is enjoyable. That it is a battle. It's not something that's going to be easy for you guys to be able to play. Some people will hate it because of the fact all I do is explore. This sucks. All I do is spend my time running around doing nothing. And it's like, yeah, well, you know what? That sucks. Oh shit. Time to go, run. This is where stuff can get a little real because there was like 3 of them there. Oh crap, let's go. I'm not proficient with my bow yet. I don't even know how to fire the damn thing. Now I got 4 zombies on me. Let's take them over to somebody and we'll see if we can give it to them. And actually what I'll do is run into the house. Die. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. You can see these guys look pretty badass though. And they are definitely not easy to fight. And I got 13% of my health left. No, don't get up. Oh no. So that's it, guys. You know what, like I said, the overall review of what I've experienced so far, the servers are phenomenal, the gameplay is amazing, the zombie mechanics are actually really good now. Like I said, they're dumb when they're by themselves, but when they get into a pack, you're in for a lot of trouble. I do need to practice a lot more in this game before I actually, you know, become proficient and actually learn how to shoot an arrow with my bow. I'd say right now I give this game a 7 out of 10, based solely on the fact that the improvements that they've done over the last, I'd say, 3 to 4 days have made the game drastically improved from what it was. And the way that they handled the whole pay-to-win microtransactions was quite valiant, in my opinion. You know, some people might hate Sony now forever, but I think that the way that they did it was pretty good. And the fact that they actually listened to the public and said, hey, I hate the fact that you guys are making it pay-to-win. When you said this was a free-to-play game, and now you're making it a pay-to-win, you guys suck. And, I mean, there were a number of articles written up about it, a lot of YouTube videos done on it. I honestly think they did the right thing by reducing the odds and actually listening to what we, the public, and the people that are paying for this game to play the early alpha, listening to us and our opinions. As for everything else, guys, like I said, phenomenal quality. If you're not in it for the long haul and being able, like everything I just did at the beginning there, making my bow and my arrows and all that kind of stuff, and finding the water and the food, all that stuff is lost. There's no way for me to get that back unless I can find the house that I'm at. See, watch, when I respawn, now I'm at an overpass. I have no recollection of anything. I have my fists. I go into my inventory. I go into my crafting. I don't even have the bow and arrow because of the server I'm on. If you go onto a server that's just PvE only, you'll be able to maintain your recipes, but you'll still lose all your items. So you'll have to go back through and do the discovery again, and that is the joy of this game, guys. It is going to be a challenge. It is not something that, you know, I've seen guys that were so-called bandits were going around killing anybody and everybody that they could, and they got owned by this guy that had a shotgun. He's like, you killed my friend, and he ran up and shot both guys and killed them. And their reaction was priceless to me, as they said, man, you know what, good game. Like, we killed a lot of people in our day, man, you're gonna get a wicked loot. And the guy's like, you killed my friend, man. And he goes, I had to get revenge. I love that attitude, and I love their attitude for the way that they handled it. You know, so you guys got to be willing to put in the effort to do the grind and search everything to get some of the better weapons and the better tools in this game. And if you are willing to do the grind, you can actually do pretty good in this game. But even though you're sitting on the top of the mountain, doesn't mean you can't be knocked off. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.